This YouTube stuff, it's quite tricky. Sometimes I have no idea what to talk about. In the real world, which isn't this, I don't really do much talking. I don't really need to talk that much anymore for work purposes. The odd video call. And I work with someone that does all the talking for me. Nowadays, I used to do all the talking when I was a project manager, but now I'm not, so that was a horrible, thankless job. So yeah, I don't really do a lot of talking. So sitting or camping or whatever it is and looking at a camera and talking is very out of my comfort zone. I really do enjoy the camping. I really do enjoy having a fire, being out for the night. I feel terrible the day after, always. I never really get a good sleep, and it doesn't matter, because it's still the experience. It's great. And sometimes work life is rubbish, boring, dull, annoying, frustrating, whatever it is. And work tries to get on top of you, and then everything else is annoying too. So camping, getting out, even for one night, is a reset. It's a brain reset. And I've said before in other videos, I normally wouldn't have said anything for 24 hours out camping. So this is new, this is different, this is not as easy as it looks on the other end of this camera. And because I'm not, hiking up bloody great mountains in Snowdonia or the Lake District or peaks or whatever, because I'm not camping at an altitude where it's blowing a gale all of the time and freezing cold, because I'm not scrambling for a 5-foot patch of flattish ground that's not sodden like other channels do, it can be a bit strange trying to create videos for you guys and for me with enough content in them to be worthwhile and valid to watch. And when you look in the wild camping YouTube arena, there's like 2 or 3 types of channel. There's the hardcore hiking, backpacking, ultralights, like nothing better than yomping up a mountain and back down again, or pitching on the top, or whatever it'll happen to be. And there's quite a few of those in the UK. There's lots more in America, obviously, because it's just so much bigger. There's much more space for that sort of stuff. But they're a little obsessive. The ultralight group are a bit obsessive. Then there's the campers, wild campers. And some of those do the same thing, the walking up the hills and the mountains, camping next to the tarns, but not all of them. And not always. It's that group that you get more of the actual camping videos, the gear review videos, the practical usage videos. And then there's another group which just want to flog you stuff. You know, the channels that are constantly pushing jackery power bank things, and they're well over £1,000 each. So I can understand you get, you know, affiliate link kickback or channel sponsor kickback, and you make some money out of it. And they'll do a tent review, but it'll be in the garden or in a park, and they won't have slept in it, and it won't have had any weather on it, and they won't really understand what they're reviewing. And there are some crossover channels that do all of those things combined. They're quite mad. Philman Dave, I think, you know, he does all that hiking and yomping and ultralighting and reviews and all of those things. But they are few and far between. And my channel isn't going to be really, it's certainly not going to be the ultralight, the hiking. Nope. I'm too broken and knackered for that. I want to go somewhere and do more camping in other places, sure, but I'd still only be maybe half a mile from the car, probably. So I'm never going to do the ultralight stuff. I want light stuff, if I've got to carry it, because I am broke. Because it hurts carrying a lot of weight, and I don't want to do that. So I will look out for lighter things, but I'll also look out for comfortable things. Comfort is a big thing with my camping, my type of camping. I'm not out here for a hardship. I don't want to survive in the wild. I could do for a bit, I expect, if I needed to. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to enjoy myself. And that's why I've got the big chair, or the fire pit, or the nice tent, or, you know, the table. All those things are comforts. And I think that's fine too. So I'm never going to be an ultralight hiking channel. I may very occasionally go somewhere else and camp and bring you along if I can. And I don't really want to be the, I've got this affiliate link here by my whatever thing it is. I can't imagine growing to a size where you get that sort of sponsorship and whatnot. Not for ages, for a long time. Assuming it all carries on, you know, moving forward. Which I hope it will. I hope I've spent enough time, money, effort to establish a base. But we'll see. And I'll keep evolving my camping gear. And I'll keep telling you what I think of that gear. You know, I still want to upgrade the sleep system. I want the Zen bivy bed, but it's just too expensive at the moment. I want the older model, not the new model. And the older model's out of stock everywhere. In the UK anyway. But we'll see. Maybe this year, maybe next year. We'll see how we go. I'll probably just go and buy it when I see it. You know, that's sort of what I do. And there'll be other things. You know, the tarp I've got is a 15 quid Amazon one. It wouldn't stand up to anything heavy. You know, it's waterproof enough, I should think, but any sort of wind is probably going to rip it. Certainly a terrible way I pitched it today. So I want to maybe get a DD tarp. I want a different chest rig. The one I've got is fine. I can just about cram everything electronic wise in there. It needs to be slightly larger. It's difficult to do that sort of stuff on the cheap, on Temu and Amazon and AliExpress or whatever. You have to try these things on, unfortunately. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that I like the look of that I could buy. And maybe I will. And if it's any good, I'll tell you about it. And if it's rubbish, I'll tell you about it. But only if I'm using it. I don't really want to... there's no point in me pushing stuff for you to buy, for me to get 20p. So, I'm certainly not planning for that. I'm also under absolutely no illusions that I can make enough money on YouTube ever to quit my job. That's just not a practical thing to be looking forward to doing at all. You know, I don't think there's anybody in the UK that can make enough money to do that.